Signals to wait. The 4 patterns that tell you to hold your tool and stay present instead. Most missed coaching moments aren't dramatic. They're quiet. A client is close to something, a realization forming, an insight almost there, and a tool arrives a beat too soon. The structure redirects, the moment closes, and the client's own insight never finished forming. That's the cost this video is about. Not bad tools, not wrong tools, tools with good timing that was just slightly off. There are 4 signals that tell you to wait. Fresh emotion, something raw just surfaced, and a tool would redirect the client before they've had a chance to process it. Insight forming, the client is mid-sentence on a realization. Going quiet and asking one question will take them further than any exercise. Trust still building. Early in the relationship, structure can feel like procedure when the client needs attunement. They want to know you're with them before they follow your lead. And the client doing real work, unaided, they're moving, making meaning, going somewhere on their own. Don't interrupt what's working. These signals tell you, stay present, not present with a tool. Picture a client mid-sentence on a hard realization. Something they haven't said before, maybe something they haven't let themselves fully know. They're right at the edge of it. The skilled move here is silence. Maybe one question. Not a worksheet, not a structured exercise, not an invitation to map something out. The insight was forming. A tool, even a good one, even the right one for this phase, would have redirected their attention outward toward the structure, away from the thing they were just touching. Staying present is the move that lets the insight complete. Waiting isn't the absence of skill. It's a choice made from a read of the moment to stay present rather than introduce structure. That choice costs something. You have a useful tool ready. You can feel the pull to use it. Holding that is deliberate. What makes waiting hard is that presence doesn't look like much from the outside. It's not visible the way an exercise is visible, but clients feel it. The sense that you're fully with them, not managing the session. ICF's maintains presence competency is partly about this. Staying with the client's experience rather than shifting toward your own agenda, even when that agenda is a helpful tool. Here's the mistake I see most often. Coaches treat silence as a vacuum to fill. A client goes quiet and the coach's hand reaches for the toolkit, not because the moment called for it, but because the quiet was uncomfortable. That's over-tooling in its quietest form. The tool isn't serving the client's need. It's managing the coach's discomfort. If you've watched yourself do this, and most coaches have, if they're honest, it's not a character flaw. It's a trained reflex that comes from wanting to be useful. The work is learning to distinguish between, I have something to offer here, and I'm uncomfortable with this silence. Those are different impulses. They lead to different moves. After this video, there's a reflection on the lesson page. Recall a moment you waited well, a moment where you stayed present instead of reaching, and it was the right call. What signal told you to wait? Naming that signal explicitly is how you make it repeatable. The skill isn't just in the moment, it's in being able to recognize it again next time. Between help signals and wait signals, you now have both directions of reading the moment. Structure would serve, or insight is alive, hold your presence.